YouTube, welcome back to another Rants and Stuff where I rant and talk about stuff. Um, yeah, culture appropriation is a concept in sociology dealing with the adoption of the elements of minority culture by members of the dominant culture. What do we think about culture appropriation? As we evolve as society, as we intermingle, as we develop technologically wise, as transportation becomes more and more relevant and available to the masses, right? Will there not be indirectly and directly forms of cultural appropriation? If I go to Mexico and I like being in Mexico and I like the Mexican culture, um, is it disrespectful to take a piece of that culture and add it to me? Maybe it's the style of dress, maybe speaking the language, maybe it's just being in that environment and liking that people, being around those people. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Comments below. Let me know your thoughts on that. I like to think that as we as human beings evolve, that mixing cultures is not a bad thing. However, I do believe that there needs to be a foundation, and the foundation should never be changed. As in, if I take a bit of your culture and because I like some aspects of it, I think it's fine. It's me, but the base culture itself should never be tarnished, should never change, because it's where you stem from, and I think it's a good. I think it's good to have a good base, right, and unblemished base in a sense, right. I don't think we should ever tarnish the culture itself and try to change it and scrub it out of existence and add to it and take away from it till it becomes something so hideous that we don't know what it is, right? I think the base should always be there. I think that there's nothing wrong with taking bits and pieces and creating new things, right? We have to create new things. This is the evolution. We can't evolve if we don't get rid of the old. We'll just be stagnant. So, um, I believe in I believe that as long as the base culture isn't too gentrified, then there's nothing wrong with taking bits and pieces of it with respect, always with respect. I don't think you should disrespect anybody because of their race, religion, personal beliefs, or anything like that. But I don't think there's anything wrong with voicing your opinions. Excuse me, voicing your opinions. It might not be the ideal opinion. It might not be an opinion that everyone shares, and you might get some backlash because of your thoughts, right? But you gotta express yourself sometimes. We can't live in a fearful society. Do we live in a fearful society? Comments. Throw it in the comments section. Let me know. Do you think we live in a society where we're afraid to talk about, let's say, the government? Let's say, do you think we live in a society where we are afraid to actually expose the government for what they're doing, the things that they're doing? I think we do. I think we do live in a society where we're afraid to let the government know. Maybe not. Yes or no? Yes or no with that one? Yes or no with that one? That one's kind of touchy. That one's a touchy subject. That one's a real touchy subject. I don't know if I want to jump into that one too much because, excuse me, because the backlash might be real. But do you think that we live in a fearful society? Do you think we live in a society that's fearful of our government? Right? Do you live in a society where you are fearful for your government? Do you think that you live in a society where the government doesn't express or allow you to express yourself, or if they allow you to express yourself, it comes with restrictions. Should the government restrict one's or the people's ability to voice themselves? Does it then become a democracy, or does it become a communist society where you don't have a choice? Do you believe that communism works? Some people say it does. Some people say it doesn't. Is the democracy that we live in, or we think we live in, really a communist society? I don't know. Something to think about, I guess. Who knows? But what you can do is write your comments below. Subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this.